ready to race. It's a 3-car final. Podium for all. Pretty sure of it for the finish though, and it's a great start from the central car, Joe Luke Eastwood, but the power, the way it's delivered for Dan Swayland, manages to get his car up and down the road a bit further ahead on the right-hander, and it's all separating right now. This is a 5-lap final with no joker. 5 laps, not the 6 for the retros. Half-high trying to keep car control there as best he can. But already the gap has opened up. This is pretty much the way you'd expect it to stay until the end, with a 2 or 3 second gap between all. Ian Half-high just locking up on the inside. Here's our race leader going around for the first time, completing lap number 1, starts his second of 5 laps. Rear leg up into the air, rear wheel. Ian Half-high for 2:05. MG Metro, Joe Luke Eastwoods. Dan Swayland marching ahead in the championship at the moment. Pretty much going to stay like this, I think. It's the reigning retro champion, Dan Swayland, relative newcomer to the sport. You wouldn't know it by the way he drives. Joe Luke Eastwood, Ashford, very much a newcomer to the championship, starting at Lydden Hill at the beginning of the season, and that's 1300cc MG Metro. Swayland's that 1600cc Escort. Ian Half-high from Maidenhead, fair bit of a trip for him. Former mini racer, returned to Rallycross after a 40-year absence. Great to have Ian Half-high here representing the championship. Don't mind, I'm not sure if you'll mind me saying, but born in 1950, the 27th of March 1950, Ian Half-high in the yellow Peugeot, not the car we're looking at right now, that's Dan Swayland, but Ian Half-high, therefore 75 years young, going strong. So 5-lap race, this one, remember. Here's Dan Swayland, our race leader. A lot to talk about in this one, but there's still going strong, eking out the gap. 1 more lap to go for Dan Swayland then, onto his last lap now. Joe Luke Eastwood comes through to start his last lap. Swayland's got the measure of this, what's he, 2, almost 3 seconds up the road from Joe Luke Eastwood. Joe Luke Eastwood himself got a massive margin over him and Ian Half-high. Just drifting the car around. 1600cc Dan Swayland. That's a decent points haul this weekend, maximum points haul this weekend for Dan Swayland. Kicking into the right round Toyo, and then the long left at Senna's, here it is. And over the line to take the victory. Dan Swayland does it again here in Pembrey. And surely reclaiming that trophy one more time in the championship. There goes Joe Luke Eastwood. P2 in the MG Metro. Here will come Ian Half-high through Toyo. Takes